What's up guys, Learning with Rich here in this video. So after creating our model, our building, the next thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to create views. So I'm going to show you how to create views, and then we're going to add dimension. We'll be adding notes, and then finally we're going to create sheets in our project to complete it. Okay, so in this exercise, we are going to add dimensions, or I'm sorry, we are going to create views, like we're going to create section view, we're going to create a callout view of the exterior wall, and then a detail call out of the parapet. Okay, so let's do this. So the first thing that we are going to do is on our 01 store floor. So we are going to create a section here. So from our quick access toolbar, so you call this area here as quick access toolbar, we are going to select section. Okay, so select the section here, and then after that, I'm going to place my section. So let's say I want to place the section somewhere here. Okay, so I'm going to pick one point here. So there's the first point, and then I'm going to pick another point. So let's say somewhere here. Okay, so that's how you create your section. So you only need to pick 2 points. So I'm going to pick the second point, and then you will notice it will now be added here on your project browser. If you check your project browser, there's now your section 1. Okay, if you are going to click outside to deselect the section that you created, if you hover your pointer, you can see that the name is section 1. So views, section 1. So it's here. So views, section 1. So this is that section that you have created. And if you're going to click this section again, if you check the properties here, you will see that name here as well. So you can change the name of your section if you want. And then as you can see, our section here is too far. The range of our section is too far, so I do not want that. So that's why I'm gonna click that arrow, hold your left click, and then you drag that area where you want to place the range of your section, and there you go. And another thing that you might need to consider is that to tidy up your section, you can create a split here. You see that icon, so it will create a gap in our section segment. So you can click that, and there you go. So in my practice, so usually what I do is like this. Okay, because I do not want the section line segment, if I'm going to use this on the documentation, to overlap my building elements. So I just want that to be tidy up. Okay, and then I can also click the section here if I want that to be have that the same section head at the end of this portion here. I just need to click that icon there to cycle the selection, just like that. See, if you keep on clicking that, you will cycle the selection. All right, and then you also have an option here to flip your section to the other side. So like if you're going to click the section again, the section line, so there's an option here, or there's an icon here to flip your section to the other side, just like that. And automatically the section that you have created will also update once you flip your section line here. Well, anyway, let's open up the section. So you have three ways to open your section. One is double click from the project browser, like that. Double click, so that's your section. So I'm going to close that. Another way is to double click the icon, this one, the section head. Just double click that, and then it will open again the section. So that's the second way. The third way is you can click your section and then right click. There's an option here, go to view. So you can click that, and there you go. So it's up to you. How do you want to open your section? It's either you double click this, you double click from the project browser, you click, right click, go to view. Okay? All right. Okay, so now the next thing that I want to do is I'm gonna open the section that I have created, which is this one, and I want to hide this boundary, this region here. So this is the one that you can use to crop your section. Okay, so you can use that to crop your section. So if you do not want that to be shown here in this view, this boundary here, so you have an option here by turning off the crop region here. So you can hide the crop region if you want to make it look a little tidy. And then again, just make your drawing nice. So maybe you can click this section here or this level, and then you can drag to this side here so that it's not overlapping some building elements to this side. And then you can also create a break here. You can click this level, and then you can click that icon there to add an elbow. You click that, and then you can click that blue node. You drag that so that you can adjust it and make it nice so that it's not overlapping the text. Something like that. Okay? So make sure your documentation is tidy. Okay, and then you can also change the visual style here. If you want, you can change that to shaded view so that you can see the view nicely with colors. Okay, and aside from that, you can also go back again to your floor plan, and then you can click your section, and then you can split the segment. So maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select the section. I'm gonna connect again the endpoint here, just like that. Okay, and then while the section is still selected, I'm going to select split segment. You can click that to split your section. Okay, so let's say I want to split somewhere here. You click that one, and there you go. So you will now be able to split your section. So let's say I want it to be like this. There you go. And then go to modify. Let's check the section again, and there you go. See, it's now updated. So by the way, on your if you're on the floor plan and then you want to see your section at the same time, you can click this icon here, tile views. Just click that one, and then you'll be able to see it side by side. If you don't have the tile views on your quick access toolbar, just go to the view, and then from the Windows panel you can see the tile views there. Right click, and then you just add that to your quick access toolbar, or just type WT. Okay, so WT, that's the shortcut of your uh, tile view. Okay, now let me just go ahead and select again this section here. If you will notice, if I adjust my section here, it will also adjust your section there. Okay, right. Anyway, I'm just want this to be look nice, so I want this to be put here. Okay, there you go. So that's how you create your section. Now, the next tool that I'm going to show you is how to create your callout. So this is another way of creating a view. So aside from creating a section view, so this is how you create a callout view. So from the view tab, since your callout has something to do with view, you can go to the view tab, look for the create panel, and then you can see your callout there. Okay, so you just click the callout tool. Okay, so maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm going to zoom in here to my section, and then I'm going to maximize that by selecting tab views. Again, if you don't have the tab views on your quick access toolbar, it's here on the Windows panel of the view tab. Just right click the tab views and then select add to quick access toolbar. Okay, so I just select this one to maximize my section. So let's say I want to create a callout view here of my wall. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to select the callout. You click that one, and then here from the type selector, so you have different types here. It's either you want to create a detail, you want to create a building section, which is what we just did a while ago, and then you can create a wall section. Okay, so I'm gonna select the wall section here, so that's the type that I want. And then when you create your callout, it's just like creating a rectangle, so you just need to click 2 points as well. So this is my first point, let's say for example 1, and then I'm going to pick another point somewhere here, 2. There you go. And then you will now see it's now added here on our project browser. Now I'm going to select modify to terminate the tool, and then I click the call out. I click that blue node. So let's say I'm gonna put it here to make it look nice. Tidy up your drawing. Okay, there you go. It's not straight. All right, there you go. Okay, so that's your call out. So if you're going to double click the call out head, you can also open the call out aside from double clicking from the project browser. So I'm going to double click that call out head, and there you go. Okay, so it's now opened our view here. So what I'm going to do is, again, I do not want these levels to overlapping my building elements. Okay, so that's why you need to move that one. And then you can change the detail level here. So I'm going to change that to medium. Okay, so this is coarse view. There you go. And then this is medium view. So you can see the details of your wall here. Okay, so now on my section 1 call out 1, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select call out again. So I'm going to select that rectangular call out, and then this time instead of wall section I'm going to select detail. Okay, so I click the detail, and then after that I'm gonna pick here. This is my first point, and then this is my second point. There you go. So I'm gonna hide this crop view here. So by clicking this icon, hide crop region, and there you go. Again, I'm gonna click this. I'm gonna put it here. Okay, and then let me just adjust this one. There you go. And then you will notice this detail call out that you have created will now be added here on the detail views type, right? If you expand that, there's your detail here. Okay, so let's open up our detail view. Double click that, or double click from here, and there you go. Okay, again, let me just adjust the level. Okay, so you can change the scale here if you want. Okay, so let's say 1 is to 50, so it looks like that. Okay, so let's say you want 1 is to 20, so it looks like that. So it's up to you. Okay, so you can adjust the scale here. So let's say I select 1 is to 1 is to 25. Okay, and then again I'm going to hide the crop region to make it tidy. And then for your exercise, you can also change the name here. Okay, just tidy up your views here. So basically, that's how you create your section, your call out, and then your call out for the detail. Okay, now for the next exercise, we're going to add dimensions. Okay, so let's add dimension in this exercise. So I will be going back again to 01 floor or store floor, 01 store floor, and then this is where we are going to add our dimension. Okay, so to start that, so let me just adjust my grid first. So I click one of the grids, and then I click that small circle and then drag it up so that I have space for my dimension. Okay, and then let's add dimension. So our dimension tool is here on our quick access toolbar. So you can click the align dimension, just click that one. Okay, and then after that, you have options here on your options bar. So you have different types here of the justification for your wall. So I'll just select wall faces here, and then individual references. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the exterior face of the west wall here. So let's say this one. I'm going to click this, and then after that I'm going to click also the exterior face of the east wall. Okay, you just need to click 2 points just like in AutoCAD. So just click that one, and there you have it. So you now have your dimension here. So you click for the location. Okay. So now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to change the type here. So while you are still on the dimension tool, align dimension. So instead of individual reference here, so you can change this to entire walls. Okay, so you can select entire walls, and then you can select options here. Okay, so on our auto dimension options, so you can select, let's say, intersecting grids. Okay, so let's select that one. Let's click that, and then I'll select here OK. So you can also explore here if you select the openings or intersecting walls. So if you still have more time to practice your Revit, so you can use these options as well. So in my case, I'm going to use intersecting grids, and let's see what will happen. So select OK. All right, so the settings is wall faces, entire walls, okay, and then intersecting grids. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the cursor on our wall here. This is the wall, so just click that. I'm gonna, or maybe I'm just going to click this one. This one, so click that. There you go. You see? And then let me just place it here. And then I'm gonna click this one as well. So before you click this wall as well. You click that. There you go. And then let's click this one as well. And there you go. So after that, just move your pointer until it snaps there. There's a certain distance, right? That it snaps. Okay, your pointer. And then after that, you just click for the location of your dimension. There you go. Okay, and then you select modify to terminate. Okay, and then you just cancel this one. Right, so basically that's how you place your dimension. Let me just move this section. Okay, you can use the arrow keyboards or the keyboards on your arrow to move your elements, by the way. Okay, so that's how you place your dimension. If you see that there's an overlapping like this, so you can actually click that dimension, and then you can just drag that just to tidy up your drawing. Okay, so that it's not overlapping other lines. Okay, now the next thing is let's try the dimension opening. Okay, so let's try the dimension opening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select again the dimension tool. And then from the options bar, so I'm going to select again entire walls. But this time I click the options here. So let's try to use the openings. So let's use the openings here. So we still have time. So let's try the openings. Okay, and then just select OK. All right. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this one here. Okay, I select that one, and then I'm going to click this wall here. There you go. You see, it includes the opening of the wall there. So I'll just include this one as well. Okay, again, and then place it there. Okay. So you will notice it includes the opening because we selected the opening option there. Okay, so just select modify to terminate it. And there you have it. So again, let's tidy up this. Okay. You can explore different ways of placing your dimension. Oops. So if you want to put, let's say, for example, text on your dimension, okay? So let's say you want to put an here, so let's check out the property of this. So let's select this dimension and then check out the properties here. Go to edit type. Okay, and then let's move down here. Right, so here you can modify the units format. So you can click that one. So you can uncheck this, and then you can use the units that you want. If you want the feet, inches, so you can change from here. You just need to uncheck this. Okay, and then you can also specify here the decimal places, and then if you want to put the rounding symbol, or the unit symbol, you can click the drop down and then you can select here mm, and let's see what will happen. So it will apply to this type of dimension. So if we select here OK, there you go. So there's your right? But I don't want that. So I'm going to select again the dimension, edit type. Let's move down. Let's look for the units format. I do not want that. Okay, and then just select OK, and then OK. Right? So if you want to put a text, let's say instead of number like this, you want to change it to text. So what you do is you click that dimension number and then you click again. So it will open up the dimension text. So instead of using the actual value, so you can actually replace it with text. Okay? Like, for example, you can type any text. Okay, sample text. And then you OK. So it will be replaced by a text. Okay? So I'm going to select that and then click again. So it will open up again the dimension text. I'll select the actual value. And instead of putting a text, so you can actually add a text here. A prefix, suffix, below the text, or above the text. So let's say I want to put a suffix like mm. So I put mm there. So I select here OK. And there you go. So you now have your there. Okay. Of course, you have several ways of using your dimension. Like you can pick one by one. So let's say I pick the text here. So instead of using the options here, so I'll just use individual references. So I'll just pick the grids, for example. So I click the grids. I click that one until here. There you go. So I pick another point here to place it. So I'm gonna click. I can click individually, right? And then just put one here. There you go. Okay. Right? So that's how you use your dimension. So let's say you want to create a new type of dimension, a different text height. Because this dimension here, if I click, so that is 2.5 mm. So that's the height. So if we click the type selector here, so you have only 2.5 here. So if you want to create another type of dimension, you just click one of the texts or select the dimension. You click that and then you go to edit type, duplicate it. So if you've been doing the exercises earlier as we model the building, you should be able to familiarize yourself here already on creating a new type of family. So you just need to duplicate, you add the name. So let's say you want 3mm. So I just duplicate that and then just type 3mm Arial, okay. And then make sure that you change the text size here to 3mm. So let's say you want to change the color. So you want to make that red, for example. So you just select OK. So let's say you want to make that bold. Okay, just check that one. You want to make that underline. You want to make that italic. So it's up to you. Okay, so just select OK and then let's try it. So I click here. 1, 2, and pick. There you go. So it's now colored red. Okay, and then the text is 3mm. Okay, so that's how you customize your dimension. So let me just select this and then delete. Okay, now the next exercise is let us add notes. Okay, so let's add notes to our model. Okay, so again, let's do it here on our 01 store floor. So let us add our text. Okay, so our notes. So to do that, it's obvious that's the tool that we needed. So your text tool can also be found on the annotate tab. So you click the annotate and then you can see there the text as well. So the shortcut is TX. Alright, okay, so let's click our text tool here. And then you see there's a leader panel here. Okay, so you have options here. The default option is no leader. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select two segments. So it adds a leader consisting of two straight line segments. So I'll select two segments. Okay, and then I'll be using the 2.5 mm Arial text type. Okay, so if this size is not selected, just click the drop down arrow here and then look for the 2.5. All right, so you know the drill. Okay, then I'm just going to, let's say, I'm just going to put a text here. So I'm just gonna pick 1.1. That's the first segment, 2, and then the third point, 3. Right, and then you can now put your text. So let's say I'm gonna type here all store fixtures by owner. Okay, and then select modify. So that's my first text. So all the fixtures, I just want to indicate that all of the fixtures on the store is be will gonna be placed by the owner. So as you place your dimension or your text, you just click outside after you type the text that you want. Okay, so let's say using the same method. So I'm gonna zoom in, let's say somewhere here. Okay, so I'm gonna select again the text. So I'm gonna do it here on the front area. So I'm going to pick the first point somewhere here. So 1, as you can see, it also detects alignment to other annotation. 2, and then point here, 3. So let's say I'm gonna type here point of sale equipment by vendor. Okay, and then just click outside and then select modify to terminate your tool. There you go. So you now have your text. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the note, for example, for this area here. So I'm going to select this. So I do not want that to be single line, so I want that to be double line. So you can click that blue node and then drag that to the left. Okay? Like that. And then you can also modify here the justification, the alignment, right? So you can change that to this alignment here, like that. Okay? And then you can also change the alignment of your leader line. Okay? So you can select this one here, this one, this one. All right? Okay? So you can reposition your text like that. You can drag that. Okay? So now for this one, I'm going to select this all store fixtures by the owner. Okay, and then let's say I want to add another leader pointing somewhere here. So I'm going to select that, and then there's an option here, the leader panel. So there's the tool that we needed, add right side straight leader. So you can click that, and then it will add another leader line there. See, right? There you go, and then escape. All right. Then you may want to change the justification. So let's say I want that to be aligned center. Just click that center, center. There you go. Okay, so that's how you add your notes. So not much of discussion for that. It's not that difficult to create your notes. Now the last part of this video is the next exercise is we're going to create sheets. All right, so let's finalize our documentation. So we're going to add sheet and add multiple views to our sheet. Okay, so let's create a sheet and then let's add multiple views to our sheet. Okay, so how to do that? Okay, so to create a sheet, so what you do is it has something to do with view. So if you go to the view tab, there's the sheet composition, so you can select there the sheet. Okay, you can click that, or another way is from the project browser, look for the sheets, which is this one. Just right click that and then just select new sheet. Okay, select that one, and then I'll be using A1 metric. Okay, that one is already selected. You just need to select OK. So there's now your sheet here. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add views to our sheet. So let's say I want to add a 3D view. Okay, so this is the 3D view, right? So I want that to be added to my sheet here. So I'm going to drag that and then click. So we just need to tweak our view here. So what I'm gonna do is I want to hide that levels. So I just go to the 3D view and then you click that levels, right click, hide in view category. So I do not want that to be shown. So going back again to my sheets here, so double click that, right? And then it's too big, right? So I'm going to select that view, and then I'm going to change the scale here. So let's say 1 is to 100. 1 is to 200. So there you go. So there's now, and then you can drag that. Okay. Right. Okay. So let me just go back again to the 3D view. Let's tidy up this one. So let me click that icon there. There you go. And then maybe I'm gonna show the section box, unhide, toggle, and then let me just adjust this first. Right. Okay. So adjust this, and then like that. Then click the section box, right click, hide in view elements. There you go, and let's go back again to the sheets. Alright, so that's the view that I want. So our title bar here, let me just click that title bar, then just drag it here. Okay, and then it's too long, so just click outside, click the viewport, that one, and then you can see the blue node there. Just adjust that. Idea. So there's our 3D view, and then let's add our floor plan. Okay, so let's add our floor plan. So let's say the first floor. Just drag and drop. Click. Okay, again, it's too big, so how about I change the scale of this? So I click this one. Okay, so let me just drag this view here to this side for the meantime. So instead of going to the 01 store floor, just like what we did on our 3D view, we open the 3D view here. So you can do it here on the sheet view. So you just need to activate the viewport. So to activate the viewport, you just click the viewport, and then there's a tool here or option, activate view. Just click that, and then you are now already on the 01 store floor view. So what I'm going to do is, let us try to, let's say, I want to change the scale here. Okay, so let's say I want that to be 1 is to 200. So let's see that one. Okay, so I think this one is cool. Okay, but the scale here doesn't change as well. Okay, that's not nice. 1 is to 100. Okay, because the dimension is not changing, only the building elements. Okay, alright, so let me just deactivate the view. So right click, deactivate view. I don't want to include the 3D view, just the floor plan for the meantime here. There goes, so there's the floor plan. Okay, click, title bar, click the viewport, adjust the title bar. So if you want to move the title bar separately, so you need to select it separately. Do not click the viewport. Okay, so just click the title bar, and then you can adjust it separately. Okay, so maybe what I'm gonna do is I want to put here the floor plan. So I'm gonna delete the 3D view, right click, and then remove from sheet. Okay, and then let's create a new sheet here. So right click, new sheet. Okay, and then let's put the 3D view. So let's say I'll just put here. And then I want to put the section. So let's see the section. Just drag and drop. There you go. So there's our section. And then how about the call out? Okay, so let's add the call out. There you go. There's the call out and then the detail view. And there you have it. Okay, nicely done. So you can click the viewport, one of the viewport, hold your control to click other viewport. So just in case you want to move it. Okay, there you go. Click this, click. All right. There you go. All right. So if I go back again to my section 1, double click section 1, you can see that the call out that we have placed here, so there's now the detail. So meaning to say this call out that you have created can be found on sheet A102. The detail number is 3. So you can go to A102 and then look for detail number 3, which is this one. So basically this is that view. Okay, and then this detail view here that we have created can be found on A102, and then the detail number is 4. So we are already on A102. You just need to look for number 4, which is this one. So this is that view. So that's how you reference it. That's how you use that referencing there. Okay, there you go. Okay, so if you want to add more details about this view here, so like your A101, so you can change this one, so you can put the owner name here. Okay, so let's say ABC company. Okay, right, and then this one is pharmacy building. There you go. Then you can add more details. Okay, so you can just right click this. You can select rename, change the name here. So let's say this will gonna be a store floor. Okay, so store floor. Okay, this one is what's this view? Okay, so 3D and sections or whatever name that you want. Okay, all right. So I now have my project documented. So I have okay WT. So I now have this view and then this view here. There you go. So it's now documented. So in this exercise, we have learned how to create views. We created a section, we create call out view, and then we created detail view. Also, we have learned how to place dimensions, how to add notes, and also how to create sheets and creating or adding views to our sheets. And there you go. So that's our getting started exercise for Revit 2021 for Revit architecture. So hopefully you learned something from this video. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can put it on the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.